folks. I'm in Happisburgh. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced, but this is an unusual place. It's a village that's falling into the sea. It's located in North Norfolk on the coast, just north of Great Yarmouth, and it's bit by bit collapsing, in some cases catastrophically, and that is moving further and further back, and the villagers are trying to campaign to save what's left of the village. It's a lovely place on the coast, but I'm going to show you some of the damage that's been done here, and also some of the lovely sights and surroundings in this beautiful area. So the drone will be buzzing around and taking you a little tour of the village that's falling into the sea. So this is the village that's falling into the sea, and I'll show you what they mean. This is the coast road, but it's in case anyone wanted to drive past here. We've got a lovely great big block, which is a good idea, because as you'll see here, no parking double lines. It ends in a big huge drop. Now would you look at that? What used to be a road and a tree, and another big concrete block, has fallen into the sea. Here's the bottom from the road at the top, which I filmed earlier. The road is just there at the top in the middle. So you can see the tree that's come down with the big landslide, rockfall, whatever the correct term is, and the big lump of concrete there. But this whole section completely collapsed, and there's a lot of rubble and stuff that's gone into the sea, so they do advise against swimming. However, we have seen quite a few people swimming around. Here you can see a great big lump of it has just fallen away off the cliff. As you can see, these cliffs are just fall to pieces. It is just sand, wet sand. And you can see why so much of it's collapsed. This is quite fascinating and random. Does anyone know what one of these things is? It goes straight down under the beach. Here is what I've called the Grand Canyon of Norfolk. Slightly smaller in scale to the more famous version. And you can climb it in a matter of seconds. So here are the two homes that are closest to the edge. One here and one here. As you can see, they're very close to the area that's been cordoned off, and the original area I showed you that collapsed where the road was. So as we move down the road, you see these homes in various states of occupation. Some may not be occupied, and the further you go back, more of them appear to be occupied. So here's some information. This is the Save Happisburgh campaign notice board. So you've got 2033, that's what's projected to be completely collapsed, and then we go back to 2045 here. It's a vast swathe of the village disappeared. So already over the last 12 years, the line of the cliff has moved considerably. So much has gone from what used to be here. Well, that's it for this episode. As you can see, I've got the lighthouse behind me. I wonder how many years it has left. As I said, the cliffs are really, really soft. You can just pull them apart with your fingers. So the rate of retreat of these cliffs through erosion, it's quite windy today as well, is rapid. Who knows how many years the village has got left before it becomes a memory, and what's left has disappeared into the sea. There's a campaign by the villagers to try and save the village. Let's see what the future holds. Anyway, I shall return. I know I've been away for quite a while, haven't done a video for ages, so I'm looking to pick up the pace again, so keep an eye out, and until then, rock hard and fly free.